So, Jared, this is a story
Oh
that I'm
yeah,
following so
yeah,
closely. Oh my
yeah.
God. If you live in the Baltimore area, I have been on pins and needles awaiting the verdict from the murder trial of a now 16-year-old squeegee worker who is accused of murdering a 48-year-old motorist, a white man by the name of Tim Reynolds, who last year exited his vehicle, crossed several lanes of traffic, wielding a baseball bat, and attempted to attack a group of squeegee workers. The 14-year-old at the time, who was accused of shooting Reynolds, murdering Reynolds, is now on trial facing first-degree murder charges. He is charged as an adult, which has upset me a great deal. That he's 16 now, but 14 at the time, 14-year-old charged with first-degree murder, premeditated murder, charged as an adult. If he gets convicted, he's going to jail for a good chunk of his life, which I do not think this child deserves at all. So the jury has had the case now since, I believe, either Monday or Friday. And of course, this being Baltimore is some shit with it because apparently well, anyway, let us let the package get us caught up. I think this is from WJZ channel 13, the CBS affiliate out there in Baltimore City.
Oh, I should have let the. Oh, I didn't realize I should have let the commercial run first while you were doing all of that. Sorry.
Man, if it was a Mr. Ray's hair weave commercial, we could have let it ride. Mr. Ray's hair weave.
But I am glad you've been following this, Kim. Again, a crazy, crazy story, and
so upsetting.
And even in my own case years ago, my own little silly case, when they said we can charge you as an adult, even though you're 17, I was like, what? But anyway. So, yeah,
For one of the jurors deciding the fate of a teenage squeegee worker on trial for murder failed to show up for deliberations today.
She told the judge she was sick, and that led to the defense asking for a mistrial.
WJZ investigator Mike Helgen is live at the Mitchell Courthouse downtown to tell us what's next. Mike.
Nikki, Vic, first off, veteran defense attorneys say what happened here today is rare. The judge rejected a defense proposal for a mistrial, and she says she hopes the juror is well enough to continue deliberations in the morning. The family of murder victim Timothy Reynolds hugs their attorney outside the courthouse and remains hopeful there will be a verdict in the closely watched case.
They've waited a long time for justice. They can wait a little longer.
Look at this.
They're going to respect the process and be patient.
Lawyers representing the 16-year-old defendant say they too are optimistic, despite a juror telling the judge she'd been vomiting throughout the night and calling out sick with flu-like symptoms.
She didn't make it here today. Whether she has a doctor's note or not, today is gone. It's over with. If she could come in here tomorrow at 9 o'clock and deliberate, no harm, no foul. Let's get it going.
Maryland law permits the case to be decided by just 11 jurors, but the defense has objected to that proposal. Judge Jennifer Schiffer says the juror must present a doctor's note if she's still sick tomorrow, telling attorneys this has obviously been a passionately tried case. We've used a great many resources. At this point, I'm going to try for one more day. Judge Schiffer told jurors directly, we're going to do everything in our power to keep this process running. Please take care of yourselves and come back to us tomorrow.
We wish this juror the best. In fact, whatever is ailing her, we hope that she has a speedy recovery.
When a juror is ill, you want to make sure that they have a chance to be better. You want them to be fully able to concentrate and do their job.
WJZ is not naming the defendant because of his age. The jury must decide whether he shot and killed Reynolds in July of last year near the Inner Harbor. And if they find he did, his attorneys say it's self-defense because Reynolds confronted squeegee workers with a bat. Prosecutors believe it was premeditated murder because the teen concealed his face after retrieving a gun and fired at Reynolds as he was walking away. And so far, jurors have deliberated for roughly 10 hours. The defense rejected a proposal for virtual deliberations in the case. Reporting live at the Mitchell Courthouse, Mike Helgren, WJZ.
What's your question, Jared?
My initial question to you, having followed this case, is to your knowledge, is there any evidence that had this man not chased anybody with a bat, that he would have been killed anyway?
Absolutely not. If this man would have continued on his way, remained in his vehicle, continued on to his destination, he would be alive. That's it. That's it. That is it. That's it. Like, it's insane to even think that something so like, dog, if you'd have just kept fucking moving, if you'd have just kept it fucking moving, you personally would be here today. This child would not be on trial for his literal life right now. Like, it is crazy. And the prosecution, I mean, we all know the Baltimore State's Attorney's Office is a mess. Okay. Mosby and post Mosby, it's a shit show over there. When the trial first started, the prosecutor, whoever's the prosecutor who's handling this case, asked the judge for a delay because of a quote evidentiary mishap. They weren't ready to go to trial, basically, the state's attorney's office, and the judge denied that delay. And I said, oh, that's of note. They're not even really ready to play ball. But the judge denied that request for a delay in the trial, and the trial has moved forward. Now, what the prosecution says is that Tim Reynolds was shot 5 times, and the media keeps harping on this too, 3 times in the back. Okay, so that means he was shot 2 times in the front, 1 time allegedly in the face, and then I think he got shot in the chest. He must have turned to retreated, and the child allegedly shot him 3 more times. And Thiru Vignagarash, the Southeast Asian gentleman who you see there, who is representing the family of the victim, but is a mouthpiece. And Thiru himself used to be a prosecutor. He's one of them big pro cop motherfuckers. And can we shout out Shorty? Can we shout out to some of the Baltimore activists? Shorty is a well-known Baltimore activist. Shorty, if you watch Burn It Down with Kim Brown, y'all, we have seen clips where Shorty has been in in some of these people's shit. Like, he was in Marilyn Mosby's shit when she was walking into the federal courthouse and told her that Shorty told her that she and Keith Davis Jr. was about to trade places. I said, oh shit. Anyway. But Shorty has been in Thiru Vignagarash's shit. If you go to damn it, I think it's Shortman9 on Twitter. Follow Shorty on Twitter, because Shorty is out there at the courthouse on the situation. Anyway, so the point is, Jared, the kid was 14. Like, Thiru Vignagarash, his whole point when he was pontificating in front of the media is like the perpetrator showed gross indifference and shot my client's family member 3 times in the back. He's 14. Like, point to me the 9th grader that knows better. You know what I'm saying? Like, are we serious here? How are we holding literal children to the standards of adults? And not even big kids, not 17-year-olds, 14-year-olds. I hate that. I hate the way that Black children are criminalized. Black children are not viewed upon as children. Black people do not have a right to self-defense, because y'all know this. Let them racial dynamics would have been different. Let some Black man wielding a bat run up on a group of white teens, and let the white teen had let off, shot and murdered the Black attacker. Charges. They would have gave him a medal.
His GoFundMe or whatever would have been in $1 million already.
Oh man, just outrageous. But this shit with the trial, because last week they was even talking, the media reports, that is, about a juror. I don't know if it is the same juror, but a juror had told the court last week that they had a trip coming up on Tuesday. Okay. And they was hoping that this could all be wrapped up by Tuesday.